Epictetus, one of the titans of Stoic thought, wisely remarked, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Such simplicity in words, yet so profound in its implications about the very nature of our conversations. Stoicism, through its myriad teachings, offers a compass directing us towards meaningful and balanced interactions. But within its vast teachings are nuances, subtleties often overshadowed by the more renowned lessons. Today we embark on a journey to uncover 7 subjects that might be prudent to sidestep in our dialogues. Come along as we delve into these lesser discussed tenets, arming ourselves with the knowledge to engage more thoughtfully and serenely in the world around us. Before we begin, I would appreciate if you liked the video so that you can help me to continue spreading the Stoic philosophy. If you are not subscribed, I recommend you to subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss any video. Subject number 1. Other people's flaws. We've all been there at a gathering during a casual coffee break, or perhaps in a digital chat group where the conversation shifts subtly from casual banter to discussing someone else's actions, choices, or character. The allure of gossip can be powerful, but what do we truly achieve by indulging in it? At its core, this practice sidetracks us from our personal growth journey, sowing seeds of negativity in our minds and the environment around us. For instance, imagine being at a family dinner where Aunt Martha's penchant for being perennially late becomes the evening's jest. Or, think about those times in the office pantry when colleagues gather, murmuring about someone's attire that might not meet the standard. These conversations might offer a brief, fleeting sense of camaraderie or superiority, but they erode the bonds of trust and companionship over time. A common misconception is that discussing others' flaws makes us more vigilant about our own. However, it does the opposite. Continual focus on external flaws can make us Instead, if we channel that energy towards understanding our own behaviors and attitudes, we stand to gain so much more. And it's worth remembering Marcus Aurelius's words in moments like these. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Isn't it more enriching to lead by example, demonstrating virtue in our actions and words? There's a certain serenity that comes with consciously deciding not to partake in gossip or needless criticism. The next time you find yourself in such a situation, you could consider guiding the conversation towards a more positive topic, or simply choose to listen without contributing. This not only preserves your peace of mind, but also subtly encourages a more uplifting environment for everyone involved. In essence, by refraining from discussing others' flaws, we're not just avoiding negativity, we're making a proactive choice to foster positivity, trust, and growth both within us and in our circles. Subject number 2. Your personal wealth or of it. In our digital age, where a casual scroll through social media often presents us with displays of affluence and curated success, discussing personal wealth, or the lack thereof, has become a precarious territory. On one side, there's the subtle pressure to keep up with the Joneses, and on the other, a fear of being perceived as lacking. Yet beneath these discussions and comparisons lies a turbulent undercurrent of emotions: envy, pride, insecurity, or sometimes even despair. Picture this. You're at a gathering where friends are discussing their recent vacations. One visited the Maldives and stayed in an overwater villa. Another explored the romantic streets of Paris. Listening to their tales, you feel a pang. Maybe you couldn't afford a vacation this year or chose to save for something else. The immediate reaction might be to either defensively justify your choices, or alternatively, share a past experience to level the playing field. Or take a contrasting scenario. You've recently received a significant raise at work or made a profitable investment. At a dinner with friends, the topic of finances comes up. It might feel tempting to mention your recent gains, not entirely out of arrogance, but perhaps to share your joy. Yet as the words flow, you notice the subtle shifts in body language. A friend's downcast eyes, another's polite yet distant smile. Suddenly, a light-hearted gathering takes on a different hue. Amidst these dynamics, it's invaluable to remember the teachings of Epictetus, who said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." True wealth is not just materialistic affluence, but a state of contentment. It's about understanding and appreciating what we have, rather than yearning for what we don't. Sharing and celebrating success is wonderful, but it's essential to tread with sensitivity and awareness, ensuring we're not inadvertently sowing seeds of inadequacy or discontent in ourselves or others. Conversely, Feeling content with our financial status, regardless of societal standards, is an empowering stance. It frees us from the emotional roller coaster of constant comparison. To cultivate a stoic approach to wealth, consider reflecting on your own relationship with money. Does discussing it bring you genuine joy, or does it stem from a place of wanting validation? Recognizing this can guide our conversations towards more authentic and harmonious exchanges. After all, the most meaningful riches lie not in our bank accounts, but in the depth of our relationships, the quality of our character, and the tranquility of our souls. Subject number 3, past grievances. Carrying the weight of past grievances can be likened to hauling a heavy backpack on a long journey. The more you hold on to, the harder your journey becomes. It's a natural human inclination to remember wrongs committed against us, whether they're major betrayals or minor slights. However, constantly discussing or reliving these grievances not only intensifies the burden but also prevents us from fully experiencing the present moment and the potential joys it offers. Imagine a childhood friend, Alice, with whom you've shared countless memories. Yet one summer, due to a misunderstanding, she missed your birthday party, an event you had eagerly anticipated together. Years have passed and you've had numerous happy occasions since then, but every time you both meet, the shadow of that missed party looms large. Instead of celebrating the present friendship and the shared bond, the conversations often circle back to that one grievance, preventing the relationship from blossoming further. As we navigate these feelings, recalling the words of Seneca can offer perspective. The greatest remedy for anger is delay. Instead of impulsively reacting to wrongs and cementing them in our memory, giving ourselves time to process and reflect allows us to approach the situation with a clearer, more balanced mindset. Moreover, with time, many grievances that seemed monumental in the moment often lose their intensity. By continuously discussing past grievances, we inadvertently keep the wound fresh, preventing it from healing. It's not about forgetting or undermining one's feelings, but about consciously choosing not to let past events dictate our present emotions and conversations. It's about recognizing the power and freedom in forgiveness, in letting go. When we release these grievances, we not only unburden our souls, but also open up space for more positive experiences and relationships to flourish. In essence, discussing past grievances can feel momentarily validating, but true growth and peace come from introspection, understanding, and ultimately, releasing them. The past can be a teacher, but it shouldn't be the driver of our present journey. Subject number 4, predicting the future. The human mind, with its incredible imagination and analytical prowess, has always been captivated by the idea of predicting the future. From deciphering patterns in nature to seeking answers in the stars, our ancestors too have tried to unveil what lies ahead. Today, in our age of data and algorithms, that quest continues, albeit in different forms. Yet, while foresight and planning are commendable, obsessively trying to predict every twist and turn can become an exhausting, often anxiety-ridden endeavor. Let's step into the shoes of Maya, a young woman about to graduate from university. The possibilities are vast, but so are the uncertainties. Every dinner conversation with family turns into a speculation fest about job prospects, potential cities to move to, and the nature of the economy in the next 5 years. Friends constantly discuss potential career paths, comparing prospects and probabilities. The result? Maya feels an overwhelming pressure, an anxiety stemming not from the present, but from the myriad unpredictable. These waves of uncertainty and anxiety rise, it's worth pondering on Seneca's observation. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. While it's practical and even wise to be informed and prepared, constantly discussing and speculating about an uncertain future can magnify imagined challenges, turning them into looming threats. More often than not, many of these predicted scenarios never come to pass, or if they do, they're rarely as daunting as our minds had amplified them to be. What Stoicism teaches us here is the value of embracing the present moment. Instead of getting lost in the maze of what-ifs, it's about grounding ourselves in the what-is. While we can't control every facet of the future, we can control our actions and responses in the present. By reducing the time spent on endless speculations, we can redirect our energies towards actionable, meaningful steps that align with our values and goals. While discussing potential futures can be enlightening, it's essential to strike a balance. The true beauty of life lies not in predicting every sunset and sunrise, but in marveling at the hues of the present moment, confident in our ability to adapt and thrive, come what may. Subject number 5. Petty controversies. The magnetic pull of controversy is deeply woven into the fabric of our social interactions. It caters to our innate curiosity and desire for connection, even if it's over topics that, in the grand scheme of things, might seem insignificant. Such controversies might appear harmless at first glance, yet their insidious nature lies in their ability to consume our mental bandwidth and divert our focus from matters of genuine substance. Jenna, an ambitious young writer, knows this all too well. On a bright Sunday morning with a fresh cup of coffee in hand, she settles down to pen a few chapters of her novel. However, a buzzing notification draws her attention to a trending topic on social media, a debate over a celebrity's new hairstyle. She reads a comment, then another, formulates a reply, and soon finds herself descending down a rabbit hole of opinions and counter-opinions. Hours later, the page she intended to fill with her creativity remains blank, her initial enthusiasm a distant memory. Now, extrapolating from Jenna's experience, it's easy to see the broader implications. These minor distractions, if allowed to persist, can accumulate, morphing into significant obstacles in our personal and professional lives. They shift our conversations, dominate our free time, and more worryingly, begin to shape our self-worth and perception based on fleeting, often shallow metrics. The wisdom of Epictetus offers guidance in such scenarios. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This sentiment reminds us that while we cannot always control the influx of controversies in our environment, we hold the reins when it comes to our engagement. By consciously choosing where we direct our attention, we reclaim our mental space, ensuring that it's reserved for endeavors that align with our aspirations and values. But how do we cultivate this discernment? It starts with self-awareness. By regularly evaluating our motivations